friend of mine in England who's a brilliant guy, brilliant teacher. Anyway, what did I call this? Just a quickie about time, having fun. Why? Because we have time to have fun. That's what we have time for. Anyway, so yeah, a quickie on time. There's no such thing as time. It's a concept that we feel the need to adhere to because there's a limited amount of time allotted to your human experience. This time round, there are people that can remember the previous iterations, and maybe some that can even access the future iterations of self. Do I believe this? Yes, I do. The reason I believe it is because in my dreams, I have been as far back as the early 1900s. And it's very vivid. It's very real to me. Not pleasant. Series of nightmares and dreams that I've had in the past. I don't have them much anymore. But I do dream quite vividly, which is good. But I can't interpret dreams because they're just dreams, aren't they? But then, what's real? Am I real in my dreams or am I real out here? Anyway, I try not to step into judgment too much, but I have fun playing with ideas. And our imagination is what we have to promote those new ideas. And those wonderful new ideas are constantly changing. Everything is constantly changing. Yesterday, I was helping Julia, my baby mama, help her sort out some belongings that belonged to her father, who passed away about, I don't know, 5 years ago, maybe longer. No, it's longer. It's more like 8 years ago. But she has land here. And so there were places to store stuff. And it's now getting to the point where it's starting to overflow a bit. So going through it, and we're going through it, and she finds a box of stuff. And it's stuff she likes because it's of a time she didn't know, because it's things that he wrote before she was born, I think, most of it. Anyway, this little gem in sunshine and in shadows is a journal by Mitchell Bingham. And I know Mitchell Bingham used to live at the end of the street where Julia's parents lived in the Pacific Palisades. And he and Hildy used to live at the end of the street. And I met them. I met her. I don't know if I met him. I probably did. But I had no idea he was an author. I knew he was a painter and artisan, arty person. So was Hildy. And they were nice, very nice. But then this turned up. So he also wrote a book called Psychic Adventures, which I haven't got a copy of. It's a book, but it got published, I think, by Vanguard Press or Vantage Press or somebody. But there are rare copies floating around of that. And I'm kind of curious because these people were living as artists. They were living an artistic life. And so I was very interested because Julia's father was very scientific and mother was very practical and pragmatic. So, it was just interesting to see these people that were living nearby who carried a more artistic way of living. So I want to read a little bit of it. The reason I want to read a little bit of this is because we consider ourselves right now in this now time that we're living in, oh, nobody's ever felt this before. Well, you know what? This is the normal cycle of things to have. I say normal. Normal is a weird word. My friend Jason Doghouse in England, he is the epitome of the new normal, which is Abbey normal. I believe we're right on the cusp. We're starting to appreciate life of creative and passionate beauty as I look out and see the hummingbird bending the branch by sipping the flower, taking the nectar. So this was written, I believe, it's from a journal, 1979. Yeah, 79, I think. But there was this final part of it, because it's really, the whole thing is quite interesting anyway. But okay, I'm going to read it. It's sun lovers and shadow lovers. And oh, hello, George. Hi, comrade. Okay, I'm just going to read a very short part of this book, because both Mitchell Bingham and Hildy, I think they were Jewish refugees, or one was a German refugee, one was a Jewish refugee, and they moved to the Palisades, I believe, in the 1930s, 40s. So they saw a lot of things. Anyway, it's okay. This last part. Sorry. During the last century, as science seemed to be opening constant doors of increased enlightenment, it was easy to envisage a world of plenty, goodwill, and unlimited progress. H.G. Wells, in his writings, epitomized the intoxicating prospect. Then the world wars. These years of savagery and increased dictatorships, the picture of a shrinking mind and ravaged earth destroyed this optimism. H.G. Wells died tragically believing all was lost. Freud has shown the unconscious contained bottomless pits, which seemed only too clearly confirmed by the dive bombers and concentration camps. Picasso's Guernica has become the new epitome. Cynicism is the order of the day. We have gone from a sweeping generalization of hope to a sweeping generalization of doom. But there is increased awareness. I see an understanding of the different components of man's mind, a sorting out of the positive and the negative. Not the Pollyanna optimism of which my neighbor accuses me, but a simple trust that the creative, the nurturing, and the reasoning power can see and forestall the maneuvers of darkness. This is something which dominating moralistic prejudice, though it proclaimed it as its goal, never could bring about, because it helped to produce the very reactions it deplored. There will, of course, continue to be those who seek negatives. There will be dominators, but slowly light can penetrate with humor, compassion, and empathy. The taste of mankind can change. Loving strokes can become the order of the day. So, we've got a lot of people, they say you're either red pilled or blue pilled, or even worse, black pilled. There's a lot of people living with depression because society hasn't worked out the way it's supposed to for them. But the thing is, we're in charge of it. We are society. We are the people that can do the changing. We are the ones that can say, you know what? It's beautiful out today. It's a lovely day. Let's get out there and have some fun. Anyway, George, you going to make some music? I hope so, because you're really good at it. And Conrad, are you going to do some programming, software programming, and make beautiful things for us to wonder at? Because chaos and imagination are real. There is chaos and there is imagination. And from the chaos, we can imagine a better world. And that's what we're doing. I talked at length to somebody today about their passion for film. He teaches film in the south of England, and he's a brilliant man. And it's where you put your creative flow. Oh, I wish it was. No, that ain't going to work. Oh, I wish it could be. Well, you know what? You can make that work, but you have to live in the now. Then you have to be creative, you have to be empathetic, and you have to be passionate about what you're doing. It's quite simple, really. My new song is called Transform, Switch It Up. And it features Danny Katz, who is a brilliant author and a brilliant writer. And I just clipped something out of one of her little podcasty bits. And it's really, really good. There is a lot of ideas. I always like one being in Southeast Asia. Yeah, I mean, ideas. See, you can't kill the spirit. It's like an idea. If it's in action, it's unstoppable because it's an idea in action. Its ideas are from your imagination. If you can creatively visualize a better world, then why wouldn't you? So yeah, I mean, this brilliant little thing reminded me so much of lots of things. I mean, it's very, very beautiful storytelling. Consider the lilies of the field, how they grow. They toil not, neither do they spin. See, this is beautiful stuff. Life and heaven. It's possible. All of it is possible. It's quite brilliant when you find something that seems to have gone through an awful lot. Why write? Having written, these are all neighbors. They're all like subheadings of this journal. The critics. Power. Yeah, very interesting. But there, we all have a wealth of ideas, and we think, oh my gosh, who am I to say we can build a better world? Well, who am I to not say it? You see? I hope I hope we aren't entering into a phase of no, we can't, or that's not possible. If we enter into that phase of human experience, then we've really truly capitulated. We've given in. We're acquiescing to other people being powerful people because they're not being the person they can be. Being the person you can be is a very powerful stimulant for your imagination. And you can be whoever you want, but it'll always be you. It can't be somebody else. And that's part and parcel of this problem, you see. It's like, this person's my author, tells me what to do. Well, that's not an authority. You're the author of your own story. Remember that. Anyway, that's it. I'm going to go. It was supposed to be a quick one. And on the subject of time, it's yours. Do what you want with it. It's your time. All right. I love you. Bye. Ending stream. Gonna have a cup of tea.